Okay, I hope this isn't focused. But, what's up everyone? So, I know the background is all washed out because, well, I don't have a ring light or anything, so I have to just turn the brightness up on the camera, and my bed is all white, so it kind of washes it out, and my walls are white gray. But anyway, you don't care about that. So, hello lovely ladies and gentlemen. So, if you did not read the title of this, this is college advice video. And I did write some things down. I think I wrote things down and then I screenshotted them or something. But I have to find those. I find them. So again, hello. My name is KK. If you did not know, if you're new here, subscribe if you like this video. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Thanks for watching again. But basically, so I am a junior in college, or I'm currently gonna be a senior. It's so weird to say that, I just went to my friend's family's grad party, and he just graduated, and he's gonna be a freshman in college, and I'm like, it is so weird that this is my last year, because his brother's also in my grade, so I'm like, it's so weird that I was here 4 years ago celebrating him, and you're just starting college, and I'm finishing it. Anyway, you don't really care about that, but so yeah, I'm a junior gonna be a senior at IU University, so it's Big Ten. This is just a quick video I thought that I'd throw out there because I watched a ton of these before I went to college, the summer leading up to it. I know a lot of girls are interested in sorority videos, as a lot of us are, and if you don't do Greek life, totally fine, you do you. But I know a lot of girls are interested in sorority. I just thought that I would do those a little closer to most schools rush in the summer, so right the week before. So I thought I would start kind of sorority videos in July. And I know IU doesn't even rush till winter, we don't rush till January, so you guys have time if you're going there. But I know most schools rush the first week, so yeah, don't worry, I will get to those. But so like I said, yeah, I've been a senior the whole time, or I'm gonna be a senior, and lived in the dorms freshman year, that whole shebang. So my first tip of advice is don't blink. And literally, but also unliterally, it does really go by fast. So one thing I can tell you is, you know what, on that Tuesday night when all your friends want you to go out, go out. I was one of those people who didn't really go out that much, especially freshman year. I didn't go out that much, but there's just a lot of things that I look back on, and I'm I'm already out of here. I was here and now I'm out of here. So go out as much as you can, spend as much time with your friends. Yes, grades are really important, especially freshman year. So if you have a test, don't go out, but you know what I'm saying, don't stay in till sleep, sleep later, sleep way later, and that type of thing. Okay, now I'm getting to the real stuff. So when you wash your clothes, I don't know how it's gonna be at your college. If you go to a bougie college, maybe you'll have the washer and dryer in your room. I don't know. But I know at IU is communal, and a big thing was that you should set alarms on your washer / dryer. So put it in, and then it should say 25 minutes or something. Set an alarm on your phone for 23 minutes, because people will put your stuff on the ground. People will put your stuff on the ground, they'll put them on top of the washer, and then it's pretty gross. So you'll possibly want to rewash it again. If you're a boy, you probably won't, but you know what I'm saying? You don't want your freshly washed stuff on the ground, or even on top of the wash that everyone uses. That's gross. So set an alarm on your clothing. Find a bank that's in town. I know that my freshman year, I had a bank that was... It was only in my area. I'm not even gonna say it because you might know where I live then. But so yeah, I immediately switched to Chase after a week, just because Chase is everywhere, and that was really hard. I don't have time to sit there and have my parents send me money through the mail and figure that whole out. So definitely get a bank in town. It is super helpful, even if it's an emergency situation, if you're running low, something. Even if you get a job there, it's a lot easier to whatever, deposit your checks and stuff at a bank right by you than opposed to something else. Or if you lose your debit card, you usually have to go into a bank, I think. I know I had to go in when I lost my debit card. So if you lose it, you'd be screwed. You don't want that. So 2 is find a bank in town. Oh, number 3 is roommates. And or number 4, I don't know. 3 or 4 is roommates. I kind of want to do a whole video on this, how to live with a roommate, just because I had a roommate freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and senior year I'll still live with people in a house, but I will not live in the same room with someone. But yeah, so I kind of want to like make a whole video on like do's and don'ts with a roommate. But as of right now, like I genuinely lived with my best friend freshman year, and at first I was like, no, KTB, like I don't want to live with you, just because I've heard horror stories. Like you hear horror stories about best friends loving each other and then hating each other once they're roommates, and luckily for me it was literally the best decision I've ever made. Like I had such a good time with KTB, but I could see where it could go wrong. But I just want to say, for roommates, maybe if you're a random roommate, if you know your best friend, if you kind of know this girl, honestly try and establish rules like at the beginning. Not even rules, just like, but I know, okay, for instance, I went to bed way earlier than KTB, so I was like, hey KTB, like I go to bed at like 11, like she stays up till 1, blah blah. So she'd be like, okay, cool, so when I walk into the room at 1 a.m. I'm gonna come in quiet type of thing, or like, you know what I'm saying, or like around, if she's watching Netflix out loud, cool, but around 11, like when I like to go to sleep, like could you put headphones in type of thing. And like she would stay in our friends down the hall, like their room. She was always in there. It's not like she was like out every single night till 1 a.m. But so yeah, and I would go to sleep early, so when she would come in, she'd come in quietly. Or like I had an 8 a.m. and she didn't. She had an 11:15. So like when I woke up in the morning, I would try not to snooze my alarm, or only snooze it twice. That way like she's not constantly waking up with me, because that's not fair to her. And also like when I would get up, I would just use my flashlight and stuff. Like yeah, it could get annoying, but you get used to it. Like literally, like if you know you have an 8 a.m. and your roommate sleeps in and has an 11:15, set your stuff out the night before. Like literally, I was never the type of person to set my stuff out before, and even sometimes I didn't, but I thought about right before I went to bed, okay, I'm gonna wear this and this tomorrow. And especially, I literally wore more makeup in high school than I did in college. Like no joke. Like I did concealer every day in high school, like mascara, powder, maybe bronzer. I know like highlight wasn't a thing when I was in high school 3 years ago, but like whatever. In like college, I literally shower the night before, wake up, brush my hair, brush my teeth, and if I'm lucky, put face moisturizer on. If I'm lucky, I would put face moisturizer on. But no, I'm kidding, I put it on all the time. But anyway, so yeah, that type of thing. Like it's just like, honestly, it can be annoying, but you have to be considerate of your roommate, because you're living with this person in a very tight quarters, and it's all year, so you better get used to it. For instance, like KTB is pretty messy at home. Not so much anymore that we've grown up, but like when we were like 18, I saw her room, it was always messy, and I didn't mind it because I'm not like a super clean person. Like at my house I'm pretty clean, but whatever, like at college I'm not that clean. So I would I don't know, we would like clean our room together, like I think Fridays, and like once a week Friday, once a week Sunday, like something like that. We would just like kind of like pick our stuff up, vacuum, and then like call it a week, get messy again all week, and then like that type of thing. Or like if you're a really clean person, like just keep your stuff clean, and like maybe your roommate will go off of it, hopefully, and they'll at least keep their mess in their area. And if anything, you can say something to your roommate. Like it's not like this unspoken thing, like, oh my god, if I say one thing to her, she's gonna hate me. Like just be like, hey, like can you pick up your stuff? Like, but say it in a nice way. Don't be like, oh my god, Kathy, like get your shit together, or like whatever. Just be like, hey, like is there any way you can pick up your stuff, or like don't touch my stuff, like that type of thing. So I guess for my overall, I'm just saying, yeah, like just try and be considerate of your roommate. Like I said, like if you have an 8 a.m., just got 11:15, like just kind of work around them, as I would hope they would work with you. But you never know. And if you're a guy watching this, like guy roommates are way easier than girl roommates. And I actually, I'll tell you, well, I'll actually wait to my roommate story to tell you a little video, but stay tuned because there's a funny story in that. 4 is to walk places. So IU is huge. If you've never seen IU, maybe like Google it, look it up, check out the campus, see how big that place is. My dorm room was 20 minutes away from like all my classes, like literally like 20 minutes away. But of course you can pick dorm rooms. I don't know if you could at every campus, but I know you can kind of pick dorm rooms closest to your school that you think you're going into. For instance, we have the business school, so like if you think you're going into the business school, like you can pick a dorm closer to that. However, you don't always know what you're going to be in, so you kind of just have to pick a random. And 2, I know at least for me, my classes freshman year were literally everywhere over campus because you're taking a lot of gen eds, and those gen eds of genetics and all that stuff isn't going to be in the business school. So like either way, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. But walk places, that was one thing I loved about where I lived like freshman year, because I could walk, like, and it was a 20-minute walk, but I would just wake up a little earlier and walk, because 1, everyone struggles with the freshman 15. It's a thing, people. You don't realize how much you're eating, especially when you have so much food at your thing. There's no mom to tell you, stop eating those chips, stop eating those ice cream. I would eat pints of ice cream like weekly, and then I'm like, why don't my jeans fit? Oh, it's a wonder, Christina. It is a wonder. But so yeah, I would say walk places. That helped me a lot if you're not working out a lot. Walk places to stay active, to beat the freshman 15, and also watch what you're eating. It's hard, and I am telling you from some experience, like, try to throw a salad in every once in a while. But yeah, I know that walking places also like is hard in the winter, so like you could ride the bus then. But as for the summer, you should definitely walk places. It's a good place to clear your head too, especially if you're having a really busy day. Like, just to clear your head, like maybe step away from the homework for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however far your classes are. Yeah, that was a really big thing, is walking places. 5, 6, I seriously am the worst at keeping track of these tips, is right when you get there, welcome week, keep your door open. Keep it open. That's how you're gonna meet the people on your floor. I lived on a boy-girl floor, and my best friends lived on a all-girl floor. And as we all know, girls can be a little catty. We just can. That's who we are. We can be catty. Well, they said that their floor was not closed until they rushed together, because in a group, you recruit together in like a group, so you're kind of like close, you're like talking to everyone, how every house went. So like they were not close till 6 months in, which really sucked, because our floor was super open, especially my boyfriend's floor. Like, his floor was like this, and you don't know, like, let's say you don't want to rush, let's say you don't want to do Greek life, you could find someone on that floor that could be your literal best friend, and you could live with them senior year, okay? Like, or the next year, sophomore year, junior year. I know that one of my best friends I met freshman year, she lived down the hall from me, and like her 21st is coming up in November, and we're going to the Bahamas for her 21st, and like I don't know why the Bahamas, but whatever, I'm here for it. So and still, we still talk to this day. Like, she's from New York, I'm not, so like whatever. So keep your door open, because I remember, like I said, my friends who lived on the all-girl floor, they said that just no one keeps their door open, so then it's harder to meet friends, especially if you are going to, let's say, Florida, and you're from Wisconsin. Like, you might know one or two people going there, but like if you don't know a lot of people, keep your door open. Or like if your roommate is being one of those girls or guys who doesn't want to keep the door open, but everyone else has their door open, then literally just walk in other people's rooms. Like, it's not weird. I'm telling you right now, it's kind of scary, but it's not weird just to walk in and be like, yo, what's up? I'm Jennifer. I'm like, I would walk into everyone's room like the first few weeks and be like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm KK, and like invite myself in, which you probably shouldn't do, but I did anyway. And then our floor was super close, super fun. Definitely keep your door open. Like, that's one of my biggest tips, is like welcome week, and at least like the first month-ish, like try and keep your door open as much as possible. We kept ours open literally all the time, or when you're going out like to play music, like whatever. But I know that, like I said, the girl that I was talking about from New York is, her name is Haley, and she literally walked into our room freshman year, and she didn't know anybody because she lives in New York and we were in Indiana, and she was like, hey, what's up? My roommate's not going out, like, can I come out with you guys? And we were like, of course, because like we were all dressed up, so like obviously we obviously knew that she obviously knew we were going out, so we were like, yeah, like come out. And like I said, we ended up being best friends. And then there was this other girl who lived on our floor, and this same night was like, hey, like we were like, she was just in our room introducing herself, we'll call her Alex. And Alex was like, yeah, like, I don't know, I don't have that many friends here. And we were like, oh my god, like, come out with us, like, blah, 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 like, whatever, like, let's just all go out together. And then she ended up leaving in the middle of it, and none of us knew where she was, didn't have her number, like, literally knew nothing about her except for her first name. And she was fine. She said she went to go pick up her roommate or something from a different party or whatever. But if people are nice enough to ask you to come out with them, either one, get their phone number so you can text them if you have to leave. Two, would never recommend going by yourself. And three, yeah, tell people don't go by yourself. And three, I don't know, just be careful. Like, I was just like, I could not believe she left, like, in the middle. Like, I mean, I wasn't mad about it, but like, tell us so we're not sitting there searching for you. And two, like, I don't know where you are, I'm nervous for you. So that'll lead into my next tip is don't do anything alone when you're out. Like, you and your friend, like, you really do need to be careful about, I don't want to say being drugged, because, like, that's personally never happened to me, but I've always been super careful about it. Like, I'm not saying that college is a scary place, because it's not. It's literally been the best time of my life. But you do need to be careful out there. Like, there are some weird people out there. We all know it. So, like, seriously, take advantage of the buddy system. Share your location with people if you're comfortable with that. Share your location. At least give people your phone number, so that way if you're missing or they're missing, you can contact them by calling them or FaceTiming them or something, texting them. Location was a huge thing for us. Like, share our locations everywhere. Because we did have a scary situation freshman year, so, like, it's just best to play it safe. Always hold your, cup, like, here, I'll use my pen cup, like, always hold your cup like this, because that way no one can put anything in it, you know what I'm saying? Just seriously be careful, especially if you're a girl. We all know there's stereotypes, and it is a thing, like, you need to be careful. As far as random boys go, I know it can be a little more difficult. But again, just seriously try and be careful, at least as best as you can, because, like I said, you can't really trust a ton of people out there, especially not random people. Oh, 6. I'm not even, I have them numbered in my phone, but I've added other things, so, like, I'm not on 6. I don't know what number I'm on, but don't study in your room. It's not a good place to study, because you don't want to study in your room because you want to sleep there. You want your room to be a happy place. And if you're sitting there, we took a math class called finite. It was seriously impossible. Like, I don't want to be doing finite in my room and then crying about it, because then when I walk back in my room an hour later, I'm just going to get that burst of, like, oh my god, I'm upset about finite. When really I should be like, oh my god, my bed's so cozy, like, that type of thing. So yeah, I would say, like, we had a floor lounge, study there. The library is a great place. So I know, like, our business school has a ton of rooms you could study in. Study there. Just try not to study in your room. If you can study with a friend, study with a friend. I can't really learn with a friend around me, but if you can, cool, try that. Quizlet has been a huge thing for me, study-wise. Like, I use Quizlet all the time. My roommate personally writes out her flashcards, so, like, whatever works. I know my current roommate did Quizlets and she wrote out flashcards, and when she was studying for, what was the class? Something we would, not all of us would take, but something you would take in high school. Anatomy. She would print out little pictures of the body and stuff, so, like, if that works for you, print out pictures, you know, like, that type of thing. Just try and find what works best for you. I know college was a way bigger experience for me than high school. High school, I could look at something 2 nights before, memorize it, and ace it. College was not like that for me. It was a big wake-up call. It was a big. Anyway, yeah, college was a big wake-up call for me. Like, you cannot study the night before. Some classes you can, and you'll learn that. And other classes take a week. They just do. You gotta put in the effort to get the good grades. It's hard at times, but don't give up, because it'll be worth it in the end. So yeah, that's kind of all the things I'd written down. I hope this helps. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. If you're a girl, make your dorm room cozy, because it's just funner that way. I know that my freshman year, me and KTB, my best friend, we didn't really make our dorm that cozy. We put up, like, 1 or 2 decorations, but we didn't try that hard. And then going into my sorority house and my other roommate, Ashley, making our room really cozy, that was a huge thing for me. Is I loved rooming with KTB. Like, seriously, like, best experience ever. but I loved coming home to me and Ashley's room because of how cozy it was. And there's just been so many times where with my roommate Ashley or my roommate KTB, like where you'll just be sitting there and it'll be late at night and you'll be laughing, cracking up about the dumbest things. And if your roommate sucks, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, some roommates suck. They just do, and those people, But if your roommate sucks, it'll help so much if you make friends on your floor. So like I said, try and keep your door open, try and make as many friends as you can at first, like get people's numbers, do this. As far as, like I said, random boys, random hookups, they're definitely a thing at college. Again, be careful. Like, I don't want to say too much about it, but you should just really be careful what you're doing. Kind of have someone know where you're at. I'm sure your parents have given you a speech, but seriously, like if you go home with a random boy, have someone know where you're at. I wouldn't recommend it, but sometimes it happens, I guess. It's college, so like I guess sometimes it happens, but yeah, just try and, you know, make friends too. Like, you don't need to hook up with every boy you see. Like, try and make some guy friends here and there to look out for you, that type of thing. And yeah, probably don't, your RA will probably tell you this if you live in Georgia, don't hook up with anybody on your floor, because if it goes bad, that can be World War II. However, on my boyfriend's floor, people dated and they lasted longer than the floor. They're broken up now, but like they lasted longer than the flooring did, so that like worked out for them. So you could date someone, or you could just randomly hook up with them and then it go wrong. So whatever, just feel out the situation, take things as precaution. Go out on that Tuesday night, because effing 8 a.m. like you're only doing this once. Looking back on it, I'm like, wow, like this went by fast. This is my last time to be crazy. Even like my internship for me is such a big wake up call, because I'm just like tired constantly. I wake up and I'm tired, and just things like that. Like I'm tired to go out after. Like my friend texts me, we want to go to the fireworks because we're having our town fest, and I was like, I literally can't. I was like, she's like, they start at 9, and I'm like, I can't, it's a Sunday and I literally have to be in bed at like. Okay, so I know the lighting just changed, it cut off in the middle of my talk, but I think I was saying that my internship's been a huge wake up call for me. My friend, it's a Sunday night, she was like, oh, like come to the fireworks with me, they start at 9, and I'm like, I literally can't, I have to be in bed by 9:30 because I have to wake up at 5:50 a.m. But yeah, the lighting's definitely different. I'm sorry about that. It's because I'm using my whole room light, and because it's dark out, so I'm just using that in the brightness of the camera. But anyway, if you want more college videos, I think I said I'm going to do one about, I think, living with a roommate, and see, now the lighting's back to normal, and living maybe in like a sorority or sorority videos. But if you want to see any other college videos, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to read them, and too, just so I can get ideas going. But anyway, peace, skirt, yeet. I don't know if you like, I'm just getting weird because I'm freaking tired at this point. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, maybe what university you're going to, or what year you are in school, or what video I should film next. Okay, see ya, bye, thanks for watching, yay, KK, oh.